Brightest stars time. Put your shades on. Let's shine a little light on the brightest stars in the game. Presented by Oakley. Schrag. Shine bright.
Okay, I'm gonna shine bright like a diamond.
Hey now.
All right, Riri.
What's up, Riri?
Okay, Riri. Okay.
Draft class of 2004. We know about Eli. We know about Ben Roethlisberger. We know about Phillip Rivers. There's a fourth guy in that class, and he hasn't started an NFL game in 1,422 days, and that guy's name is Matt Schaub. Matt Schaub is starting for the Falcons.
That's where we're starting today with Matt Schaub.
Is going up. Imagine getting one last call. I'm talking to Sean, I'm talking to Nick, I'm talking to you, saying, hey, can you give me one more? Like you could do, Nate, if I called you today, right now, because you're the same age as Matt Schaub, all right?
Yeah.
Can you give me one last game?
One last game? Yeah, I can do that.
Can you give me one last game?
Just one last game?
Yeah, but it's got to be postseason. I ain't doing no regular season.
Okay.
Okay,
For the sake of the segment, hot shot.
Hot shot.
Can you give me one more? Because that's what the Falcons are asking Matt Schaub. You know, he's Matt Ryan's backup. He's been there forever. He hasn't started since 2015. Matt Ryan's ankle's been bothering him. They play a Seattle Seahawks team that everyone is penciling in for the playoffs. Can you give me one more? Matt Schaub, can you come back in and can you do the job? I'm excited for Matt Schaub because a lot of times you finish your career on the string, you're the backup veteran guy, you're in the room, you're kind of more of a coach on the field, but you never really expect to get in. Can you give me one more game? Matt Schaub has had a great NFL career.
Let's ride.
Let's go. Let's see if he can do it. 38 years old. It's been 4 years since he started an NFL game. He's the man in Atlanta. Go beat the Seahawks.
I'm going to watch this game entirely differently now.
Matt Schaub.
Like, I love that.
Can you give me one more?
What do you got,
Swing it.
Sean?
He got a tough draw with the Seahawks.
Did he though? Honestly though.
Yeah.
What if they win, right? Like this is
If they do, it's huge. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you got?
What do you got, Sean?
I'm going back
To Cali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron Donald, L.A. Rams. Guess what? The Cincinnati Bengals are coming to town. And Aaron Donald, look, we haven't really talked about him a whole lot this year. He's got 4 sacks. He had a big game last week. But Aaron Donald, man, he's going to have his shades on right now.
Oh.
Because Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals, he's the third most sacked quarterback. 24
Whoa.
sacks
Not neat.
this year. I think Aaron Donald, I think he might have 4 sacks in this game.
Is this game international? It's a London game. Can he travel and do this? Is this possible? Can he go international?
Dinner time.
Yes. He's an international man of mystery for sure.
Oh, okay.
But I had to throw the Tupac
What is-
reps in
what's
there because I wanted it to be all eyes on me.
Oh.
So I had to
I
stick
like
in
that.
there. Yeah, I think Aaron Donald's going to shine bright. It doesn't matter what coach he's on.
I feel you on that.
Sean, you've gotten very comfortable this week here on this show. I really love it.
I love it.
London, Sean.
It's a comfortable table.
Can we get a British accent from you?
No. I did go as Austin Powers one time, but
We've been
no,
talking-
I'm not going to. We'll shag later, baby.
We've been talking a little bit about the Bills
Groovy,
today.
baby.
And we should. They are 5-1, and I think that people aren't fully on board with what Buffalo is doing because, as Schrake's pointed out, their defense is winning them games, and that's great. But at some point, to get the rest of the nation and NFL fans to see how good they could be, Josh Allen has to light it up against a team. This is a guy who we know can throw it out the stadium if he wanted to, and he just hasn't. On 18 attempts of 25 or more yards, he only has 3 completions downfield. John Brown's emerging. He's awesome. And Josh Allen has been clutch, everybody. He has a league-leading 4-game winning streak as far as finishing drives this season. You have to light a team up, and guess what? You can do that to the Eagles. So I'm expecting him to shine really bright, maybe use his legs a little bit more. We haven't seen that one game where he dominates a team, and I think it is this week.
Light him up.
Well,
Smoke if you got him.
Speaking of a guy who dominates the game and shines bright and also uses his legs, Aaron Rodgers last week was phenomenal. I mean, my guy was a beast. 5 passing TDs. The old man even rushed for one, right? And he gets the game ball afterwards. It's almost like that scene in The Matrix, right? I got my little Morpheus glasses on, where Aaron Rodgers, who is known as the one, we keep calling him the one, he's Neo. He's looking at his coach, he's saying, so coach, are you telling me that I could win games all by myself? I think LaFleur looked at him and said, no, when you have a good coach, you won't have to. And that's the thing. All of a sudden, there's a balance within this offense, and they have guys that can do it in the backfield. They have multiple wide receivers, as we see. I mean, guys that we're not even familiar with outside of Devontae Adams.
MBS.
And I feel like Marquez Valdez got it. And here's the thing. I feel like they're just getting started. We talk about it all the time on the show. Remember, these guys didn't have a preseason. Aaron Rodgers didn't have a preseason. So weeks 1, 2, and 3 of the regular season, they were literally just knocking the rust off. So the fact that he's in such a rhythm right now, with Russell Wilson having that step back and throwing an interception and taking the L, right now Aaron Rodgers is making that statement like, I am the best quarterback in the league and I will be your league MVP.
Did you get new glasses?
Yeah, they gave me some new ones.
What? Shrakes? Did
No,
you
I didn't
get new
get new
glasses?
one. No,
Did
not
you
me.
Oh, I didn't either. How did you get new glasses, you think?
Shout out to Oakley.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
They keep me lit.
Will Selva out in the newsroom in Culver City with the latest. Please take it away, Will.
Hey, what's going on there, Kay and guys? And those are nice shades there, Nate. Somehow you got hooked up with a different pair. Always, you got your hookups, my friend. Well, we have seen Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes do some eye-popping things on the football field. But if he pulls this off, he'll truly show he's half man, half amazing. He still hasn't been ruled out for Sunday's game against the Chiefs. So he's a week removed from dislocating his kneecap in the win over the Broncos. He practiced again on Thursday after being limited on Wednesday. Offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy says Patrick Mahomes looks like Patrick Mahomes. Well, Packers linebacker Za'Darius Smith had a chance to face Mahomes last year as a member of the Ravens, and he wouldn't be too upset if Mahomes sat this one out against the Packers as well.
Oh, man. He was a guy that looked one way and still throw the ball the other way. I think it was a couple times we got him out of pocket. He can run. I mean, he's an all-around quarterback, so it probably would be good if he don't play. But but he's a great quarterback, man, and he's a young one too. His second year, so man, I'm wishing him the best, man. And I hope he can get healthy as soon as possible.
Which would be a scary proposition. Meanwhile, a sprained ankle sidelining Falcons quarterback Matt Ryan for yet another practice. Head coach Dan Quinn had said that Ryan would play Sunday against the Seahawks, but this remains to be seen. Ryan suffering the injury in the loss to the Rams on Sunday. Ryan not practicing. Sam Darnold practicing. Darnold wearing a specially designed shoe to protect his left toe after he had his nail removed. Darnold saying he felt really good at practice. He was out on Wednesday. Certainly has had an interesting injury report thus far. Enlarged spleen and a toe removal. Either way, he will look to bounce back from his past performance where he had a passer rating of 3.0.
Love that. More highlights, more follow-up. We'll talk about Dwayne Haskins, of course, and Kirk Cousins in the NFC. But Week 8 is officially here, so let's break down an awesome slate of action ahead with a weekend round of Mad Minute. No Ravens, no Cowboys. Let's start in Buffalo. It's the Eagles taking on the Bills. Sean O'Hara with a minute on the clock, which means you get 20 of those 60. Okay. What are you looking for?
I'll be real quick. Check the gloves. This is the glove game. The Philadelphia Eagles have 8 fumbles and 17 drop passes. Ooh. I want to know what's going on with those guys. The equipment guys usually come around and say, hey, man, do they fit? How you doing? Spray something on there if you have to, but
that's what happens when you're fumbling a lot? That's so bad.
Oh, absolutely. The equipment guys are like, what's going on?
That's triggering.
They want to change their gloves, and everybody blames everything else. But no, it's on you.
Yeah, you're right about that. Here's the thing about that Eagles defense. We know that their rush defense is strong, right? But the pass defense is kind of suspect. Every single Eagles fan I talk to says, well, the umbrella, the DBs, we got problems. If you're Josh Allen, isn't this the game where you prove to be an elite passer? Or at least you kind of get your swagger back? Because what do we say about Josh Allen? He's athletic. He makes good throws, but he doesn't make all the throws. This might be the game where you really catch a rhythm as a passer.
They're attempting throws downfield. I want to see that.
If the defense plays like they play and they're getting wins,
you don't need to.
They haven't been this good in a long time. We get on the Bills bandwagon a lot, but if they win this game, they're 6-1 for the first time since 1993. 1993, they went to the Super Bowl that year. Ooh. I know the Patriots are looming, but 6-1 in the AFC, that's special stuff.
Love that. We're moving on to Indy, with the Broncos traveling to face the Colts in the Hoosier State. Nate, what are you expecting from this matchup?
I'm looking at Jacoby, man. You know, he's one of those guys that is underappreciated. And, you know, I know we don't do that segment anymore, but it seems like every single week I want to walk in banging on the table. Everybody, just watch Jacoby. Just think about the position he was in. He was sitting back, didn't expect to play. After Andrew Luck had an MVP-like season, then all of a sudden, everybody was ready to throw this squad away. And Jacoby almost rescued not just the team, the organization, but the city. And he goes out there week in and week out playing at a high level.
Here's my thing. I don't think anyone was ready to throw the Colts away in that building. They were not even fazed by Andrew Luck's retirement. It's actually shocking if you look back on it now. The lack of surprise.
Shrakes, they booed him, though. Come on now.
No, I'm talking about the Colts building.
Oh, I got you. Inside the locker room.
I'm talking about those people.
I hear you.
They were almost like, all right, see you, Andrew. We respect what you've done, but on to the next. The fact that they've been so good without Andrew Luck is amazing, and I think they win this game. I think the Colts are a team to be reckoned with.
Colts aren't just built to win. They're built to dominate. And when you make that transition right there from Andrew Luck to Jacoby Brissett, nobody knows how it's going to work out, but because they're winning the trenches, the O-line, the defense.
The trenches.
I mean, Jacoby Brissett looks phenomenal. phenomenal.
Trench
14
talk.
touchdowns.
Quentin Nelson?
This is the biggest test for him right now.
Big Q
But
nasty?
This Broncos defense, this pass defense.
Question though, they are doing this thing though that I've noted.